but a beautiful try. That's a beautiful try on Salford. Oh, there's Hadley. Yes, Hadley scored a brilliant, what a brilliant try. And that sealed this match.
Good evening from the home of Trafford Borough, the ground at the Moss Road, Altrincham Football Club. Tremendous little ground, very worthy of this occasion for Salford's first ever visit here, the first time they've played Trafford Borough, and at this ground. Let me quickly run through the Salford team. At full-back, Burkitt. On the right wing, Keith Bentley. In the centres, Gilfillan and Williams, and Hadley on the left wing. The half-backs are Fell and Kerry, and in the forwards, Worrell, Dean, Conroy, Hanson, Blease and Burgess, and the substitutes today are Cassidy and Lee. Let me quickly run down the Trafford Borough team. Tickles at full-back, Connor on the right wing, Idden, Stewart, Rippon, and at half-backs Jones and Green. Ken Jones we remember from his Salford days not very long ago. And in the forwards, Farrell, Nuttall, Summer, Big, Flannery, Billy Platt. Billy Platt recently signed from Runcorn, and their substitutes Gregory and Huff. The referee for today's game is Mr. D. Campbell. So a Salford team that starts to have a few familiar faces back again. It's nice to see Ian Blease, his first game after a long layoff. And also Shane Hanson, who played at Swinton, but it's nice to see him back at the start. Steve Gibson not playing today. He's got problems with a mouth infection that's unconnected with the game as such. And also Cassidy and Lee as substitutes. Both have been injured. But it's nice to see, again, both of those two wanting to get on. And what they'll be all itching to do today, I think, is start to show Kevin Tamati that as the season comes to this tremendous climax for Salford, that they're the players who want to represent Salford in the Premiership playoffs now that the Championship is assured, and they'll be staking their place. Now it's a long kick from Trafford and a tremendous take from Burkitt. And also it's nice to see Keith Bentley making one of his rare first team starts this season. But I mean, Keith Bentley, a tremendous player, been with some good seasons with Salford over the last few years, scored a lot of tries. Now in the veteran stage. And Keith Bentley also remembered as being the scorer of one of the 100 best tries on that video.
Police message which has a great significance to the owner of a white Honda H986DVU.
Kick from Kerry, everybody up. It's sending Tickle back. He has to chase it back, but takes it at the second attempt. But the Salford chase was good. And so it's Trafford in possession inside their own 25. And Salford tackling good. Salford tackling really has been a feature of their game the whole of the season. And there's Ian Blease involved, looking as though he's recovered. I'm sure he has. He wouldn't be out there if he wasn't. Be looking to get some games under his belt now in these final matches of the season. Salford, let's just tell everybody, let's tell ourselves, champions of the second division. There's the kick from Ken Jones. Good long kick. Oh, and taken just at the second attempt by Hadley. But again, the Trafford chase was good. The Trafford chase prevented Hadley making more than about 6 or 7 yards forward. But there's Burkitt going. The very deceptive side step Burkitt has, making a good 10 metres there. Mick Worrell having a good season. Player of the season last year, out with injury this season, but playing well now. He's back in the game. And Carey passing on to Blease, and that was a forward pass. So it's going to be an interesting game tonight. Salford players may well think that they've been on holiday the whole 9 games. A whole 9 days without a game, and compared with the March programme where they were playing 2 games a week, then that seems almost like a rest. But having said, there's one, pushed him off the ball, and so now there's a chance. And Burkitt looking to go on his own, and again making a few good yards. So 9 days without a game should have rested the Salford players. Oh, that's a good break from Ian Blease onto Gilfillan. Not quite able to get his pass out to Bentley, who was unmarked at that stage. So that's good play from a good driving run from Conroy. Conroy's first game for a while because of injury, because we remember what a part he played in the game at Sheffield in the Cup when Salford had such a tremendous win. Here it's going out wide, an interception. So with men over, it was Trafford in the right place at the right time, and it was Ken Jones in the right place, jumping up and catching the ball, and so not only giving Trafford possession, and also breaking up that Salford attack. So we've been going about 5 minutes, and it's very much even Stevens at the moment. Perhaps Salford looking slightly the better team. It's a super night for rugby. It's mild. There is a breeze that Trafford have at their backs. Now there's a nice run. Oh, a tremendous break from Jones. That's what we know he's capable of. Great play from Ken Jones. He's lost none of his sparkle, but good defence from Salford. Now there's the kick. Everybody's on side. It's in the air a long time. Burkitt taking it well and running with it. Still going, and he's made the break. Now who's in support? He can't find anybody. Going round Tickle. Oh, a tremendous start from Burkitt. Prominent on 4 occasions so far. And now the line must come out this way. Must be men over. Who's throwing the man in? Poor pass. But Bentley's got it, and he still has the chance. Going inside. So a good few yards from Bentley. There was overlap on the ball. Came out well. Ian Blease driving in well. Difficult to put down as ever. Only Dean there looking for the ball, but Blease couldn't get it out to him. Now which way is it going? Going out left, onto Hansen. Now on to Burgess. Burgess not able to pick it up. Burgess 21 on Easter Monday. Great season for him. In the Chorley game, he was the first Salford loose forward to score a hat-trick of a try since, I think it was 1948, I think it was, something like that. And also his year in this season, he's been capped at Great Britain under 21 level. Again, another take from Burkitt. And they're finding him very difficult to put down this time. Salford still in possession. And it's Carey going out to Gilfillan. And Mick Worrell going strong. He gets the pass out, but not difficult to take. No chance of Bentley getting anywhere. So Salford in the ascendancy, the kick up. Oh, but it's gone backwards. Perhaps it was deflected backwards. And it's intercepted. That was a tremendous take. And it's, I think it was that Jones, Jim? Yes, he was. He's played very well so far for Trafford. And that puts Trafford in a very strong attacking position. Good tackle. Well, in the opening period of play, Salford have perhaps had the benefit, the advantage territorially, but they've not actually looked like breaking the line so far. And it's now Trafford's chance to attack, just outside the Salford 25. So a high tackle, penalty against Salford. Referee talking to Ian Blease. Referee, Mr. Campbell, telling him to keep it down, and so this will be a penalty attempt. So how do you see the game so far, Jim?
Well, late start for me, Steve. I'm glad you were here for the kick-off, but I got caught in a traffic jam. From what I've seen so far, Trafford are buzzing a bit from the play I've seen. I watched them on the television at weekend when they got beat 66-26, but the thing is, Steve, in the second half they scored 5 tries against Halifax. And that kick's just gone wide, so we'll see if they can keep up that form against Salford, although I must say that some of Halifax's defence was kind of a bit relaxed.
Well, that's a fair point, Jim. I think Trafford have surprised a few people this season. They've that's a long kick, that is. That really has driven everybody back. And that's from the 25, that's gone dead. And I think against the wind even. So it will be Trafford with the ball. Yes, they've surprised 1 or 2 people. They started the season very well. But then they faded. They sold 2 of the star players, Abram and Galbraith, onto Rochdale. But even so, like with displays like that on Sunday, they've shown that they're very capable of scoring tries. And we've seen that today so far. We're about 7 or 8 minutes into the game, and they've certainly had a couple of very good attacks, mostly featuring Ken Jones, who we know very well from his Salford days a couple of seasons ago. But the Salford tackling as good as we know it can be all season. There's Ken Jones, dummy into it, and a tremendous dummy from him, and it needed an extra special tackle from Worrell there to stop him getting away. So there's Burkitt taking well. Burkitt's had a good start to this game, Jim. He's already had a couple of very prominent runs, and his handling's been very sure and his catching's been very confident.
He's certainly the man on form. In the last few matches he's increased in confidence, and he's had some brilliant games. There's Shane Hansen, glad to see him back, and glad to see Ian Blease back after so long. And that's Dean. Is this team? Yes, that's Mick Dean, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Mick's back at scrum half today, and we may well see Mark Lee before the end of the game. Nice to see him getting over his injury. And there's the kick again, and that's going deep. It's high and deep. It's driving the back, but Tickle did well then. He judged the kick very well. And Salford moving up. So that was interesting play. That was Trafford Borough doing the right things, pushing it along the line, but the pressure from Bentley caused the Trafford player to drop the ball. But in trying to pick it up, it was Worrell who couldn't do it cleanly. But from the first knock-on from the Trafford player, it's Salford who have the put in. So now can Salford work something from this position? It's coming on the short side, and there's a man over to Bentley. Shimmies inside, but that's good tackling from 3 Trafford players, and 2 of the forwards were very quickly out of that scrum then. Hansen driving on. So now if they can get this ball out left, there's very big overlap on the other side, but they're running it. There's Ian Bleed through, but no, the ball went down again, and it's Trafford who've recovered it. So that was Ian Bleed nearly scoring like he has done so many times earlier in the season, Jim.
Yes, I think the pass was a bit misdirected for Ian, and it went over his shoulder. Trafford able to survive that fierce attack and see if they can escape from their own danger zone here with this series of tackles.
So Salford still defending well. Here's the kick. That's a good long kick. It's sending Salford back. It's found the gap in the defence, but Burkitt's there making sure. And Burkitt getting round the first tackler again. He went round Stewart quite comfortably then, using Bentley as the decoy on the dummy. And Bentley, an elusive runner, scored a lot of tries in his distinguished career in rugby league. And Conroy driving forward. Good to see Conroy back as well, Jim.
Yes, he's been another casualty over the last few weeks. And that was a break there from half break by Gilfillan. Burgess is having a good game, having missed the match, the last match through injury. And Mick Dean now, bring it along. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of running from Salford there, but they were sensibly hanging on to the ball because they couldn't see the clear pass through. Well, little kick forward, and Mick's nearly going to catch it himself. He has got it himself, and he's gone in under the post. What an opportunist try, Jim.
Well, that was a piece of brilliance. He judged it well. You can always say he got the look of the bounce, but Mick Waddle had it in his mind. It wasn't an aimless kick on the last tackle. He had it in his mind to chip it over. It fell, as far as the full-back Tickle's concerned, it fell in no man's land, Steve, and the bounce favoured Mick Waddle, who charged over under the sticks. An excellent try, that.
So that's the start that Salford wanted. Everything's going right for Burkitt today, isn't it? Another great run from him, having looked as though he'd lost possession. He carried it on very well. And here's Adrian Hadley. Oh, getting the ball away tremendously well. And Kerry not quite able to make that decisive break, but a good start from Salford. 14 minutes into the game, they've now gone 6 points up thanks to that Worrell try. And now, this is interesting, chances on over this side, it's going out left. All the balls drop, but it goes backwards, and there's the pass on to Hadley. That was good thinking from Williams in the line, but Hadley nowhere to go that time. Or was it? No, so it's still Hadley. On to Ian Blease. Blease running well, handing men off. So I think if Salford can capitalise on that first score, there will be opportunities for them to score a lot of points today. Good long kick from Kerry, driving the full-back back. And where's the ball going? It's going into no man's land. An excellent kick from Kerry. Not finding touch, but it's making Trafford play the ball. And that's the name of the game these days. You don't have to find touch. What you have to do, you kick the ball deep, you send the defending team back, and then you chase and you tattle. Like that one from Gilfillan. So it's Trafford with all the work to do. Having to bring it clear. We've been through 4 tackles and they're still not outside their own 25. And now it's going to land it with Jones with the kick. It's a tremendous long kick we see now. Burkitt taking it well again. What a good game Burkitt's having, making a lot of yards. And that tackle from Green seems to have hurt himself, but he's up again. And Hansen running. Now, where are the supporting players now? Andy Burgess. Deceptive little run onto Dean. Dean looking to drop. Well, Dean doing the right thing. He thought he had the chance to pass to Bentley, but it was the Trafford winger Rippon who intercepted, knocked the ball down. But it's Salford's put in. Another chance for Salford here, Jim.
Yes, it was a last gasp thing by the centre to knock that ball down. Otherwise, it may have been a score by Bentley, who we know can run a bit.
Come on to it.
And
we saw that run around move there. Bentley was chasing the ball all the way across, and there he is from the right wing over, almost onto the left. But the ball didn't quite get to him, but he was still in the line to allow play to go on. And Salford have lost the ball. Hadley lost the ball in that tackle. So Trafford have the chance again to come forward. So it's a good, competent start from Salford, tackling well, but not as yet showing us the bright things on attack that we know that they're capable of, that we saw so often in the early part of the season. 6-0 in front, about 17 minutes gone. That's a good long pass. Leading men out. Oh, it's tremendous. Little bit of play that's allowed to go on. Over the 5th tackle. And Trafford are showing why they're capable of scoring tries. And there's a little kick through. And who's following it up? Nobody. And there's a real opportunity. It's tremendous thinking from Jones there, Jim.
Yes, he just chipped it along the touchline, and there was nobody there to...
So it's Salford now having to bring the ball away. Blaze showing no signs of his injury. Over to Kerry. And Kerry not kicking that time, drawing the men in. And now the kick's coming through, and that was a good little kick through. And Kerry's chasing it up himself, and there's a chance here to pick on the loose ball. But it's the Trafford player who got to it first. Some of the crowd thought he was offside, but the referee has given the first knock on. So Salford have a chance to put the ball in. Green's out there with a bandage on his head now after that knock, so it's Fell looking to go. Not able to get away. McDean on to Shane Hansen. Hansen getting his pass out to Kerry. Kerry starting to go, but taken down easily by Stewart and Flannery. Now can we see the ball going along the line? Gilfillan involved, and where's the cover? Where's Packers? Onto, oh, that was great play from Salford, spreading it out wide, and Hadley's still going and gets his pass on. That was seen to be a high tackle. If we play on, that was Williams. So great play from Salford. Now they're all lined out well. It's coming along the line to everybody. Must be men over, and it's Dean going through, and it's on to Burkitt. Burkitt's nearly over, nearly through, but a tremendous last tackle from Tickle. Much better from Salford. Getting Chris passing along the line. It's coming out right again. Now they men over onto Hadley. Hadley trying to drive over on his own, but it's the last tackle. Best period of play from Salford. Jim's there.
Yes, that was an excellent piece of football from Salford, and they flashed that ball around, had Trafford running all up, but still the Trafford defence held at the very end, but it was a very enterprising piece of play by Salford, one side of the field to the other.
Yeah, and interestingly, it was Hadley over this side at the end of that move, having featured prominently a few seconds earlier in the build-up on the left-hand side of the field. And that's always good to see, the winger coming into the game, because Hadley knows that if he gets an extra yard, then he's going to use his speed and his strength to get over that line. And there's another good take from Burkitt, judging the bounce to perfection. The Trafford chase was good, but he's inside, and Hadley on to Burt. He's coming back inside, and it's Fell going onto Blease. Oh, bad pass to Kerry, and Kerry not able to pick that ball up from round his ankles, and so it's a knock on and the put in to Trafford. So Trafford's in and out. It's coming out along the line. Trafford running well. The tackling good from Burkitt up from fullback, cutting the, and Gilfillan with him, and Gilfillan over again for a double, and Gilfillan going for his treble. So now Trafford lining up right, the ball's going out right. They have men over on that side. But again, Salford tackling good enough. Richard Summer trying to get through, but being brought down by Dean and Williams. Oh, Trafford still moving well. And that's the fifth tackle. So the kick will come from Ken Jones. He's in position to take this ball. Makes yards first, then puts a little kick through. And that bounces very nicely for Adrian Hadley, who's coming inside. He's going to run. He's coming across field. He's going to straighten up in a minute. And nearly able to get through. Not quite now. It's carrying on, coming out right. Mick Worrell in the line, running well. And on to kick John Gilfillan. John Gilfillan not able to put down. He was very sensible then, John. He realised that Keith Bentley was just overrun him a little bit. And so rather than give the forward pass, he hung on to it. And now it's Salford going left. But the Trafford cover's good. Trafford are covering well, Jim.
Yes, they're defending very well. I'm not sure of the dimensions, but I think this looks like a bit of a narrow pitch, and it's Salford certainly.
Well, that was a period of enterprising play from Salford. That went through a lot of pairs of hands, but they didn't have any decisive cutting edge with it. But there's the inside pass to Kerry, but well covered, well tackled by Trafford Borough. And that hurt Kerry. There's the kick through. Kerry certainly felt that tackle. Not going into touch. That was well taken by Rippon, who's now going to run it clear. He does. He runs well around Gilfillan. Before it was Fell and Dean bringing him down. So Salford looking to make an early substitution. Mark Lee now fit after his injury that he received at Oldham with his damaged ankle ligaments. So he'll be keen to get into the action. Nice to see him back. There's the kick again. It's going deep. And they're watching it into touch. That was a great kick. Great kick again from Jones between Hadley and Burkitt.
Yes, I think they are taking advantage of their own midding, as they say here. It is a bit of a narrow pitch, Steve, and that ball was well placed there for that touch-finding kick.
So this is disappointing. Conroy's first game back for a time coming off. He had been limping for a while, and it's sensible to make the change before the injury gets worse and he can receive some attention. But Lee's arrival, there's a nice pass on. Lee's arrival won't in any way weaken this pack, and Lee will be anxious to get to show that he's match fit again. Here's Andy Burgess going well. Andy Burgess injured against Lee, but now fit again. He missed the Swinton game. Oh, going out wide. Hadley getting a lot of the ball today, but not so far able to have a clear run with it. Hansen driving in. Now let's see this ball come over. It's going for the kick. This time it's into the area behind all the defence, but comfortably taken by Tickle, and they're watching him run. In fact, he ran round quite a few Salford players there before brought down. Inside pass from Jones, and that's a good run. A good run from Idden.
Come on, knock him over.
Billy Platt featured prominently in the Runcorn game against Salford early in the season.
Good tackle.
Good tackle on Farrell. It's going well across the line. Got about 26 minutes and it's only 6-0. There's a good high kick now. Salford will have to defend back. Burkitt's watching it, drops it, goes backward, takes it at the second attempt, and he brings it clear with a tremendous run. What a great game he's having, inside and outside, running it clear, 20 yards from his line. More than making amends for dropping the ball, Jim.
Yes, that very cleverly he dropped the ball backwards. He turned with it. He's lost the ball there.
Well, that's a little bit of carelessness. Salford perhaps just thinking it's easy. I don't know. No rugby league game's easy. If the attitude's not right, then you make hard work of it. And there's threatening to do with a little kick. Oh, and he watched the ball, and Hansen recovered from the drop ball from Trafford. So Jones looking as though he was going to do a little kick over the top then, but in actual fact chose not to. Now Salford need to keep this ball moving. Who's it going to? Kerry. But it's good tackling from Stewart. And there's Lee going for his first nice inside pass, creating a bit of room. Onto Kerry, going back inside to Fell. And Mick Worrell's finding some space. He's stretching his legs, he's going, and it's onto Hansen. Hansen's going to pass it on to Fell, and Fell's racing away, and he's going to score under the post, and that's what we needed to see, Jim.
Well, it's that man Fell again. If somebody makes a break, and that break was made after a series of good plays by Salford, into passing, switching the ball, and right at the end of it, guess who was on the end of the pass, the final pass to go under the sticks? David Fell again, the poacher.
So that was a great period of play that featured a lot of the players there. It was a few passes before it got to Worrell, who strode out, and then there was good interplay between the forwards onto Hansen back to Fell, and Fell going over, and there's the conversion for Kerry, a comfortable one for him, and that came after a period when they weren't looking so comfortable. Oh, and now had to let that go. Kerry let that go dead. He had to jump for it, and again a good kick from Ken Jones. He really has been very impressive with his kicking all this game. So that puts Salford on the defensive, and we'll see how far this kick will go from Kerry. That's a good kick. Look, halfway line. Drop backwards. So that's not a knock on. So that was big, doing the right thing, and it must be difficult to take this ball if it's coming out of the lights. It's very easy to be blinded by the lights. But he did the sensible thing and let it bounce backwards. So Trafford by no means out of this game. I mean, they showed at Halifax on last Sunday that even though they had a pacing in the first half, they came back in the second and scored a lot of tries. And there's the knockdown, but they have 6 more. It wasn't a clean interception, and Flannery has the chance to build again. So more tackling for Salford. Now that was unfortunate for Green. Green, a brave man, he had a bad knock earlier on, Platt involved. Nice inside one. That's a good run. Difficult man to bring down Stewart. And now it's going right. This is a good chance for Jones in the play. Nice pass on, but good tackling again. Good period from Trafford this. They, I'm sure, would like to come away from this point with a little kick forward. Little kick forward by Jones again, and Fell intercepted, and the rebound went backwards, which gives Salford possession, but deep inside their own 25. And now this men over this side. If he can get the pass out, he doesn't. It's David Fell going. Now who's he seen? Is he going on his own? He get the pass out to Gilfillan. Now where can he go on his own? He's going on his own. He sees Bentley inside. Couldn't quite get the pass away. But that was a tremendous place of attacking from their own defence.
Listen, Gilfillan did the right thing. He drew them all over. He was either going to beat them for pace or draw them over. And unfortunately, a following up man was able to snatch the pass down, but it gives Salford head and feed on the 22-metre line.
Yeah, and it was good to see Bentley inside, ready for the pass. If he'd been able to get to him, it would have been. Now look, it's going right. Look, there's Bentley. One wing to the other, making the extra man onto Hadley. And Hadley's going round his man. He gets it back inside to Bentley. And Bentley brought down. Tremendous play between the two wingmen. Bentley on the wrong side of the field, and Williams going first, and now it's going on. Now, 5 yards out, can they score again? And it's Burkitt up in the line, but there's nobody with him. They need to support the man with the ball. So now he's going to come out right. Onto Worrell, then to Ian Blease. But Ian Blease drops the ball goes dead, and it's going to be the tap from the 25.
Yes, Blease, again, desperate to get back on the scoreboard after his long absence. And that's one of his favourite ploys, to run onto a short ball. And now Trafford, and certainly this game's going ding-dong, Steve. There's not much let-up in it at all, is it?
No, it's good to see. Trafford make it a game of it. I mean, they'll know from their high score at Halifax on Sunday that they're capable of scoring tries. And Flannery, unlucky there not to be able to take that ball cleanly. Billy Platt, dummy in one way, taking men out, but in the end doing the sensible thing of taking the tattle. Hansen, good tattle from him, bringing down Natal. Oh well, Ken Jones will be disappointed with that, knocking that one on at the 6th tattle. And that was a little bit of fun. Nice pass on. Williams not quite able to get away. Now, Mick Worrell. Where's the men with him? Where's the men with him?
Well played, Mick.
And it's Andy Burgess. Worrell taking a hard tackle there. Knock on the leg. Mark Lee going on, it's on to Ian Blease. And on to Shane Hansen. Shane Hansen still able to get the ball out to Mark Lee. Mark Lee dummying one way, then the other. He's still going. Oh, and he got the pass out under his arm to Bentley. And Bentley whizzes into the corner. What a tremendous pass from Mark Lee, Jim.
And that shows some of the skill and ability that we've been missing, Steve, since Mark Lee's injury at Oldham in the Cup. That was a brilliant piece. 3 or 4 times he went up as if he was passing with one hand and then flicked it out behind him to, after opening up the gap with his dummies, he flicked it out, and there was Bentley to take it. A picture of a try, that.
So a difficult conversion attempt for Kerry. Mind you, we got one like this from Swinton, didn't he? Can he do the same again? That's looking good. And it is! Oh, reminiscent of the conversion at Swinton, that one, Jim.
That's a brilliant kick right from the touchline. One post shorter than the other, but it didn't put Kerry off. He aimed for the tall one.
And more importantly, he got it through the middle of them. Tremendous conversion from Kerry, 3 out of 3. And a much brighter period of play from Salford. And let's hope that they can maintain that sort of momentum. It's a super fine night and a pitch in excellent condition. Still a lot of grass on it, even though it's played football and rugby. So can Adrian Hadley get into the scoring tonight? He's Salford's top try scorer, but not so far had a chance. Oh, mistake there from Worrell, and it's the knock-on given. No, that was Shane Hansen, not Mick Worrell. Mick Worrell had a knock earlier, and he's just limping a little bit. Let's hope that that's nothing too serious. Oh, now that ball did one of those rare things of actually coming through the scrum. We don't see many balls getting through the scrum these days. It didn't go through the tunnel, it came out behind the second row somewhere, but even so. Oh, and there's the loose forward picking it up. And he's going away. He's going away. That was a tremendous break from Green. But again, full credit to Salford for defending and keeping him out. 18 points to 0 in front, 35 minutes gone. And a good period of play from Trafford. Inside the Salford 25 with the ball. And it's going to come out left. There's a playmaker, Jones, Billy Platt. And he's still going well, and that's a great run through. Oh, but an interception at the end, onto Bentley. Bentley shimmying round one way, drawing his man, onto Gilfillan. Gilfillan standing up, still getting the pass out to Ian Blease. And who's he got with him? It's Kerry, and he's back inside to Hansen. And he must be, this is tremendous play from Salford. Andy Burgess over that side. He's on to Adrian Hadley over there. Hadley's going for the corner, and he's going to make it. But he's not, is it a try? Well, that is the most amazing piece of rugby that we've seen this season, Jim. Tremendous try.
I don't think you'll see a better try than that if you look through them all this season and even last season. That was from a very good attack from Trafford, and it looked as if the last pass was if the last pass had been made, Steve, Trafford would have scored, but it was grabbed back by Fell, I think, and from then on, well, people will have to see the video, replay it again to see just how many people were involved in that movement which led to Hadley's try.
That was tremendous. I was just a little bit uncertain at the end whether he was in touch or not. It's a long way for us to see. It'll look clearer on the video. But that was a tremendous try from Adrian Hadley, coming a couple of minutes after we'd asked the question about whether he would be able to get on the score sheet tonight. He did, and in what dramatic fashion. One end of the field to the other, and so many passes on the way. So this is Kerry. Difficult conversion attempt. He strikes it well, but just falling short. Oh, now, it really is Burkitt's night tonight, isn't it? Taking a ball like that, down by his ankles, going at speed like that, and taking it cleanly, and then making a clearance almost to the 25. So that's 22 points to 0, with just a few minutes to half-time. And Ian Blease going forward, but good tackling from Trafford. Hansen seeing a half chance, but again, Trafford not playing badly. It's no easy match for Salford. Kerry going around Ken Jones. It's a good long kick. This ball really is making a lot of distance, and it's into the no man's land behind the fullback. Not over the dead ball line and not in touch. So a good chase from Salford, good tackle from Gilfillan and Bentley. And can Salford keep them down here? 22 points to 0, and we're perhaps in the last minute or so before half time. Bentley tackling Green. Platt. Farrell doing well, but look at that tackle from Blease. Blease looks as though he's back to form, doesn't he, already, Jim?
Yes. He certainly drove that man back well. Oh, Burkett had to reach for that bounce. Just coming through the centre now. And there's Hadley. Yes.
And Hadley striding out, and he gets his pass on to Kerry, and Kerry's seen men with him. Oh, and it was fell. Just dead unlucky not to be able to pick that one. Another bright play from Salford.
Well, you don't mind that, Steve, really, do you? Because you know, it was enterprising play, and when you play football like that, now and again passes are going to be dropped.
Yep. We want to see the ball going around like that. And again, that one started with Martin Burkett having such a confident game at fullback tonight. Trafford still playing well, looking to make the openings. Green going. He thought he'd seen a half chance there. Now it's going on the line. This is good play from Trafford. Out to that side. And look, that tackle broken. Good first half from Salford, Jim.
Certainly, nobody can complain about the quality of the Salford play there, and you also have to give some credit to Trafford for entering really into the spirit of the game. They're not being negative in any way, but Salford, you can hear from the applause behind us here, Salford's getting a tremendous round of applause as they come off for that very, very bright display of good, open, attacking rugby league football.
And there's a tremendous Salford following here tonight. There's been a mass exodus from the terraces behind the post that Salford were attacking in the first half, and now everybody's at the other end. tremendous credit to the supporters and credit to the team for giving the fans so much success this year. 22 points in front. It will be nice to see them building on this lead and playing positive, decisive rugby, confidence-building rugby, putting the passes together. Training is one thing, but doing it in a match is where it really counts. And this will be an ideal opportunity to put the moves in. Don't think there are any changes on either team, Jim. Can you see any substitutes?
No, we've got the same players out that finished the half. That includes a substitution by Mark Lake.
Oh, that's the first kick. A wicked bounce on that one. The Trafford winger, Rippon, had no chance. It bounced in front of him and then over his head. Steve Gibson not playing today, Jim. Something to do with a mouth infection, unconnected with the game. Let's hope he's fit for Sunday.
Yes, he also had a broken knuckle sustained against Lee. And that's why he came off in the match against Swinton. He was having difficulties passing and catching the ball.
Oh, I didn't know that. Brave man to play with a broken knuckle. That was a tremendous game at Swinton, Jim, wasn't it? Tremendous achievement, 12 men against 13. I don't think we can praise them highly enough. A tremendous defensive tackling stint and scoring the tries as well. And in the end, unlucky not to win. Swinton scoring that try that gave them the draw with only 2 minutes to go. Well, this is Trafford opening brightly in this game, in this second half. And the kick will come from Jones. This time he's choosing to go for touch. And Bentley watches it go in touch, which will give the Salford the head and ball.
Gregory replaced number 7, Andy Green.
Oh, Andy Green has gone off. Andy Green got a knock in the first half at scrum half, and we saw him wearing the bandage. It's probably a wise decision. And it's Gregory who's gone on in his place. Kerry onto Fell, but Tittle. Trafford fullback up in the line quickly, snuffing out Fell. And there's Burkitt taking his share of the first passes today in the Gibson mould. That's going out right. Fell drawing his man in, looking to make the break. Not quite able to get through. But now there's a gap on this side if the ball can come over quickly enough. Long pass from Kerry. And there's Andy Burgess looking to hang off. But the tackling comes in well. No way through. Good tackling from Borough. Kerry coming on his own. He's going to quick nickel inside pass. And he's going through. He's striding through. And the pass goes on to Burkitt, who gets it at the third attempt. He's playing so well. And there's the pass on to Kerry again. Little kick through from Kerry. But straight into the arms of Tittle, who picked it up very well. More bright play from Salford and Burkitt again in the line.
Yes, and another incisive bit of play that went deep into the territory. Unfortunately, that ball didn't go beyond the defender. If it had done, I'm sure Kerry would have scored from that.
So it's Trafford with the chance to bring the ball away. That's Rippon driving inside from the wing position. There's another good pass. There's a man over here now. But what a good tackle from Peter Williams. So strong on defence. But there's a kick from... taking a long time onto Hadley. One way then the other. But again, good tackling from Trafford. 2 stopping them getting away. Now Hanson driving in. So now will Salford throw the ball out. Please going one way, then the other striding through, looking to get the pass out, but nobody with him. Salford perhaps just sleeping a little there. Nice little run around move to pretend dummy. And there's Mickey Worrell striding clear onto Kerry. Kerry decides to go on his own, but he gives it back inside for almost a brilliant try. A tackle must be inches short of the line. Great run from Mick Worrell, on from Kerry, and now there must be men over here. But it's an interception coming. Onto Hanson, drops the ball. And Trafford had a chance. Well, tremendous attack from Salford, Jim.
Yes, the last pass was a bit of a disaster. Otherwise it would have been a score. But they were anxious to get the ball right over the other side, away from that maul, and it didn't come off.
Did you see who it was who was following up Steve Kerry, who he passed inside to?
Well, I think.
It was Fell again, was it? Almost sniffing out another chance like he's done so often this season. Now Trafford looking to break clear, but we know how solid this Salford defensive line is. And Trafford playing well. There's tacklers coming on and they lined out well. Good pass on, and now there are men over. Now here's a chance for Trafford. Where's the Salford cover? There's another man over, and there's a wingman still there. But and now it's going well. What a tremendous run that was from Edine. But good covering back from Salford. The defensive line was split there onto Jones. They're going out left. There's a cap over there. Winger in the line. Good tackle on the good tackle to that man on the burst and fifth tackle.
Yes, a tremendous break there by Trafford. Good, bright, enterprising play. But again, see how fast the cover came back and snuffed it out. Desperately, rather, but they did get back, and a bit more sharpness about the Trafford running there, Steve, and they would have scored.
Yeah. And the Trafford number 3 caught the eye, Tim Edine. He did well. Burkitt in the line, wisely hanging on that time. So Salford know that Trafford are capable of scoring. And Trafford know they are as well. Well, that's a good kick. It's passed on to the Salford player, so it's Bentley. Bentley getting his pass on. Who's that going? Who's he got to pass to? Nobody with him. Well, it was very unfortunately the left winger for Trafford then. Difficult ball to take, but now there's a chance. Men over here. It's going crisply along the line. There's a good long pass. Williams going back inside. Nice inside pass. But a good tackle from Ken Jones preventing Blees getting that ball away. But now there's a good line out onto Worrell, and now it's going a long way, and there's men over. Burkitt having the chance to pick it up, getting past. He puts inside to Bentley. Bentley stopped yards short of the line. Burkitt certainly catching the eye today. It's coming out left again to Worrell. Worrell involved as always. A great run from him earlier on in this half. Now Salford so near to the line. Lee going on his own, but no, the tackling very good now. Salford can swing it out now. Do they need to? No, they don't need to, because I think it was Dean. Who was it? We'll have to wait and see who gets up last. But I think it was Dean who ran in from short range when it looked as though the ball would come over left.
Yes, it was McDean over there, whipping it around to the right-hand side on the blind side and diving over. And a substitution, two more substitutions being made. I think Conroy may come back on, and I think Cassidy will also come on.
11, Shane Hanson. Number 8, Mick Worrell.
No, of course not.
So the Trafford player having received attention. Clock starts again, and now this is wind assisted. It's not blowing straight behind Kerry, but distance should be no problem. But it's out near that far touch line. Strikes it well, and the applause from the fans before it goes over says that man's on form tonight.
Another brilliant kick. Only one kick out of 6, is he? Five goals, 6 tries.
Successfully by Steve Kerry. Substitution for Trafford, 15 minutes cross, replaces number 8, Lee
So
Farrell.
Huff coming on for Farrell. An excellent take from Andy Burgess, and look at him running well, straightening up, pushing men off. 5 tries, 4 goals. There was just the one miss from Kerry from the touch line in the first half. 5 tries and 4 goals, 30 points. 5 tries and 4 goals, 28 points. Salford's lead 28-0. That's a good kick, taking him back, but that was well taken by Tickle. The chase good from Salford. And that try came after about 8 minutes of the second half. So are we going to see the sort of revival from Trafford Borough that we saw on the television on British Aerospace on Sunday against Halifax? And they finished up in the end scoring 5 tries in that game. I don't think so somehow. Well, there's a good kick from Platt. He was the prominent kicker at Runcorn, and that is a good kick going very deep. And is the ball going to go dead? Eventually, seemed to take a long time for that ball to go over the line then, Jim.
I'm sure that Bentley on the wing knew where it was going. He's pulled up to let it roll over. There's Adrian making a bid to go through the centre of the field. And there's Blaze running onto that ball well. Well played.
And the play still goes on. It was out to Williams, and Hadley was not back on his wing from his drive midfield. And Cassidy recovered from the injury he received towards the end of the game against Lee. It's a drop ball. Perhaps a little bit of over-elaboration, giving Trafford the chance to build their attack. And they line out well now, and if they can take this opportunity, there were men over on this side for Trafford. And the player's on. There's a nice pass. But again, a defensive tackling line from Salford. More than a match. But that's good play from Huff, the substitute, keeping this Trafford attack going. It's still going out well. Going well, and that's a tremendous run. And is he going to make it to the line? It's looking for men inside. Ken Jones inside. Well, just when it looked as though Flannery could make it on his own, he passed back inside and Jones was put down. But a great play from Trafford. And there's a good dummy from Platt, who goes over in the corner for a tremendous play. Deserved try for Trafford from that period of play.
Oh yeah, they certainly broke the Salford defence over on the left, and from the broken play, the old man, Platt, waltzed over, selling an outrageous dummy, and that's it. Good try.
So this is a difficult kick for Tickle, but he strikes that well. And it is there. That is an excellent kick. That's in the Kerry standard, that one.
Oh yeah, great kick.
Well, we were saying that they came back against Halifax and scored points in the second half. Are they going to do the same tonight? Salford will now know that they can't afford to let their defence lapse. 28 points to 6 in the lead. A bit of juggling from the ball, but safely held by Sumner in the end. Flannery caught the eye from Trafford in that previous try in the build-up to it. He ran a lot of yards outside and then inside before passing on to Jones, and from that following play it was Platt who went over. So it's Platt who's taken over the kicking role from Jones this half. And Burkitt having an easy take compared with some that he's had. Onto the good pass from Burkitt, but the referee deciding that pass from Hadley was forward. Which is a shame, because Burkitt doesn't pass the ball very often, and that was a nice move passing on to Hadley then.
I think it's ruled Hadley's pass forward, but what the crowd are shouting about is that there have been quite a few passes tonight from the Trafford side that people have shouted forward, and I think there's a bit of complaint that he's noticed that one out of the many. That, whether it's true or not, well, I'm not commenting.
Well, that makes a change, Jim. Yeah, I know it was hardly passed that it was forward, but it's a disappointment that's about the first time Burkitt's been able to get the ball away. The move should come to an end in that particular way. But here's Trafford looking lively now. Trafford throwing this ball well. And there's Flannery again catching the eye. Needing Liam Blease to bring him down. And Jones in the line. That's a tremendous break to the other prop. And what a tremendous covering tackle from Salford, but great play from Trafford again. They really are coming right back into this game. And you really have to ask why they couldn't do this in the start. Because they're almost over the line. They're inches short now. Salford defenders defending from their own line. 2 or 3 metres out. Looking to score, going to Billy Plattett's going out left. Nice pass on to the man on the drive. But the Salford cover up to another good period of play. Jim, you can see why they scored so many tries against Halifax, perhaps.
Yes, and out came from that scrum here, and they've kept pressure on Salford in this, but Salford defended very well there, under great pressure. And that's the name of the game. It's all right being able to score spectacular tries, but if you can't defend, there's not much point in it.
That's right, and Salford defensive record this season has been tremendous. They've only conceded in the league on average 8 points per game. Good collect from Steve Tittle onto the left winger. Well taken down. An average of 8 points per game. I think the most they've conceded in the second division is they've not conceded 20. Now Trafford just all bunched a bit there. But now they're getting lined out better. A run almost away. That was very unlucky that Sumner was getting clear. And now who wants it? Let's get this ball out left. There's room over here. Okay, so that's just the first tackle. Now there must be a chance. But the Trafford man tackled there. The referee stopping the clock instantly. Let's hope that that's not as serious as it looks from the reaction of the players. Well, Ken Jones up again. He's a tough man. And it was good to hear Mark Lee shouting to his teammates, "Come on, lads. Come on, lads." Oh, perhaps, I mean, the men were certainly offside, Jim. Perhaps this isn't a bit harsh because Salford looked as though they were playing the ball and then weren't. But Kerry's going to put it into touch as near to the line as he can make it. So now Salford talking to themselves, saying, "Come on, we want another try." Martley, who's he going to? He's going to Conroy for the first drive. Now who's it? Andy Burgess running well, but instead now it's coming out left. Cassidy, who wants it? Oh, he's going on his own again, but he doesn't. It goes inside, but there was nobody there. And it was the Trafford substitute seeing there's plenty of time to pick the ball up and Huff bringing it away. So a try looked on then. It looked as though Cassidy was going to score like he did against Leigh.
Yes, and a good break there. But, a good break out there. That's you see counter-attacking after that mistake. Well, whether it was Cassidy's mistake or his teammates, but he certainly put the ball inside. It was a certain score if someone had been on the end of it.
But look at this now from Trafford. Tremendous piece of play, and he's going to go all the way. But Bentley's back, and they pulled him down. That was a tremendous run from Stewart at the end of a super build-up. And they've scored again. They're going to do Halifax honours, Jim.
Yes, they're a second-half team. They played it all in the second half at Halifax, and they've certainly rattled Salford with that fierce counter-attack, ran into the field to the other, when it looked as if Salford was going to score.
And it was Stewart caught the eye going through the Salford defence, and it was nice that Ken Jones was on the end of it to score the try. He'll be pleased to get one back on his former teammates. So we've got 25 minutes into the second half. The second half belongs to Trafford, 2 tries to 1, and the score at this stage of the game is Salford 28 points, Trafford 12. So 6 more. Now driving in well. Flannery that time not quite able to get through. But they're lining out well now, Trafford. Running with purpose. And that was a good dummy sold by Summer. Sumner nearly went through on his own. So now they're running well.
Jones really buzzing down that. Look, a little kick through, played on by Kerry, and Jones is fast enough to get there first now. Again, oh, that was very unlucky from the Trafford point of view. The kicks forward, had rebounded off Burkitt. All Burkitt's Salford teammates were offside. It went to a Trafford player, and he couldn't pick it up cleanly. Another period, good play from Trafford.
Yes, that was a good kick by Jones. It's again caught the fullback in no man's land.
So here's a break from Kerry. He's made a lot of yards from that scrum going on the blind side, but the defence was good. The Trafford have sharpened their defence now. They know that they're in this game. Salford will have to raise their game again if they want to score. And the Burgess going sided, but nobody backing him up. I suppose it can happen when you get so far in front. You forget that the basics. And there's Cassidy through. Who's with him? Oh, it's great back onto Fell again under the post. Just when we were needing Salford to up the tempo, they did that. A Cassidy break, and who was there on the end of that one again, Jim?
The same man again, but there you must give all the credit there to Cassidy. There seemed to be nothing on. He ran in one direction, handed off a player who was coming to tackle him, turned back, swiveled back, showed the ball, dummied right through a little gap, and then that was it. That man, David Fell, was there on his shoulder for another try.
So Kerry with what should be a straightforward conversion from in front of the posts. And it is, he makes no mistake. So Salford needed that.
David Fell, successful conversion for number 7, Steve Terry.
34 points to 12. And that came at an important time for Salford, just when Trafford were getting back into it, Jim.
That's right, yes, they'd gone off the boil a bit. And I think
Green ticket, numbers 11 to 15.
breaking up of concentration, which we've seen so often when they've got a good lead this season, had a good lead, and then they get a spell in the second half when they seem to go to sleep and then come back again.
Well, let's hope that that's the start of the comeback again. We've still got something like 13 or 14 minutes to play. Will that try have knocked the heart out of Trafford? Probably not. But it should certainly have lifted Salford, and they should now be able to get back to doing those basics right when they've got the ball, and that is running straight and supporting the man in possession. That's the kick from Kerry. That's driving deep, but again, well taken by Tittle. He's having a good game for Trafford Borough. That's the other substitute brought down. And now the Salford tackling has improved. Jones as alert as ever, seeing a man coming, passing the ball out and keeping moving out of the way. So looking to go on his own, almost through. That's Huff. So we're on to the last tackle. No yards made that time, so the kick from Platt. There's a long, deep kick into no man's land. Hadley seems to have time. Has he got too much time? He's got it. Now which way is he going? He's going over the field. He's going round them. Is he going to straighten up? He is, but can't find the space to make the breakthrough. Well, I think the reaction from the crowd said it all. Where was the support? And there's Cassidy seeing a big gap there. Onto Kerry. Kerry's moving forward. Where's his support? He hasn't got any. But he didn't need it. It's again more yards into the Trafford half. So now it's coming left. Now they're meant. Oh, it's a little kick through. Hadley's chasing, and it's a good touch halfway between the 25 and the try line. So an injury here to the Trafford player. That's Sumner. He's had a good game for Trafford. So he's coming off, and it's Farrell who's going back on. Trafford win the ball from that scrum. Running with determination from the winger. Work is the message. Because the game is about working. You work hard
and you get the results, and you get the satisfaction. Now, it's what Jones going to do. It looked as though he's going to get the ball away. He dropped it, and it's Fell there, sniffing out the chance.
Lee Farrell returning, number 8, Lee Farrell returning, replacing number 10, Richard Sumner.
Okay. Change now in the formation from the boss. It's Hadley is going into the pack. Blease is coming onto the wing. I don't know whether Blease was too happy about that, but it's his first game for some time. It will give him perhaps the chance for a breather. Training to be fit is one thing, but there's nothing like playing in a match really to get match fit. And he's had a good game for his first one back as Ian Blease, because he's had a long layoff since that tremendous day over. Oh, and here's Salford picking the ball up, and Fell perhaps from here looking as though he should have released the ball. It's 2 months since Ian Blease played over at Sheffield in that tremendous cup victory. Oh, that's a good breakthrough from Gilfillan, but the tackling good enough. And to come back after 2 months and play a whole game is no mean achievement. There's Cassidy again, nearly getting away, but standing on his feet, still getting his pass out. Now there must be men over. Hadley going, looking to, but not quite able to get the ball away at the vital time.
Yes, I think if Adrian had have kept going there, he'd already taken them on and was half through. So it was a case of if you make your mind up to go, you must go. If you change it halfway and pass, usually the pass goes to grief like that one did.
So it's a Trafford Borough scum. Salford in the lead, 34 points to 12. Second half score, 12-all, reflecting what an equal game it's been in the second half. And isn't that a tremendous driving run from substitute off, making something like 25 metres in the middle of the park. And now here's Trafford throwing this ball well, moving it along the line with great determination. And back inside, and really getting a lot of passes in before a tackle was seen then. So there's Ken Jones. Oh, what a tremendous take that was. And the man moving forward at some speed, a big man at that. And Farrell's back on, taking it from round his ankles. Now the little kick through. Have they got it covered? Yes, Ian Blease got it covered, picks that up well. And he's on a cover spin position of left wing, taking 3 men to drag him down, drawing men in. He's fit. And on to Burkitt, going one way and then the other. Look at this little run from Burkitt, playing so well tonight, Jen. Losing his boot, now he's going across the line, on to Conroy. Where's the pass? It's there. It's still going on from Hadley, but that was a good tackle on Fell, snuffing out the rest of that mood. If it had been able to, one more pass and there would have been a run through. And now it's going along the line, coming back inside. Good little run, 4th tackle. It'll come left. No, it won't. It'll go right. The kick. Cassidy putting in some length, pushing Trafford back. Good recovery from the winger, watching it all the way and taking it in his stride. Now Trafford with the ball to bring it clear. And there's a good blindside break, and it's that man Huff again catching the eye. Going the straight route and making yards and showing how effective it can be. Ken Jones telling his teammates where to stand. He wants them in line. Like that. And what a great pass that was from Flannery. And look at this play. It made something like 20 yards then. Big Nuttall really catching the eye in that move. And now it's going left. And now what are Salford going to do? Worrell drawing them, Platt drawing the men in. And now the ball pass is still going on. And it keeps on going. And now there are men there. But that vital pass lost in the end, and Salford recover. And Burkitt taking the tackle. But again, another period of enterprising play from Trafford, Jim.
Yep. Yes, they've ended in the spirit of thing. I think Salford had a tendency to rest on the laurels, knowing that this game was won at a certain stage. And they're coming now.
Well, that was two forwards, I think, there in the three-quarter in the wing position. And in Dean's efforts to get the ball away, it was knocked down by the Borough defender. But better play from Salford, keeping that ball moving. But it's Trafford put in. Jones drawing men in. And Williams penalised for dumping Jones. Now, another change on the Salford team. It's Mark Lee who's coming off. First game back for several weeks. So he's had a good hour on the pitch.
Yes, I think Salford's used this match to give these players, particularly Blease and Lee, a run out after their long layoff, and certainly it's a good thing to see it, and to see them being brought off. You don't want to have any recurrence of the injuries. Blease has not been brought off, but of course he's been placed out here on the wing out of the fracas of the pack.
Yep, it's good to see. There's a drop ball, and dropped again. But the first knock on should give Salford the put in at that scrum. Yes, it's good to see the players who have been injured getting back now onto the field of play as Salford approach the finale to the season, which we hope will be a great climax at Old Trafford. But before that happens, then there are more games to be won. I'm sure there'll be no complacency, no feeling that it's a formality, because when that happens, then the game isn't played right and the results don't come. I'm sure that Kevin Tamati would. Well, the kick from Steve Carey didn't find touch, and certainly as the season comes to an end, it's little errors like that might prove costly. I'm sure Kevin Tamati will ensure that there's no complacency in the Salford camp. He'll be able to point out tonight that there's been a time in this game when the backing up and the support play on attack hasn't been up to the standard that we've seen this season. And it was in that period that Trafford were able to get their 2 tries. Good play from Trafford, moving this ball well. Fell tackling back there. It's Billy Platt, the kicker. Midfield, who's going to take it? And the normally faultless Burkitt making perhaps the first mistake he's made in this game. I think Burkitt probably a man of the match contender from the Salford point of view, Jim.
Yes, I think so. And it's at the end of the game, and we'll forgive him that for the great play he's put on for us here tonight. I don't know what's happened with that ball. It's out now. I don't think it went in, but it's come out.
Yeah, the ball drops, so this will be Salford's game. Now, can Salford finish on a high note? And in these dying minutes of the game, with probably less than 2 minutes to go, can they put a move together and finish off with a score? Let's see. Gilfillan taken down comfortably. Fell onto Burkitt. Pass through. Williams tackled by 3 Trafford player. Burkitt in the line. Onto Hansen. Trafford tackling very well right at this stage in the game. And there's a nice little run. And there's the pass on. It's on to Hadley. He's kept hold of it. Is he going on his own? He is going on his own. He's going all the way. It's the high note that we talked about. And it's Adrian Hadley with his second try of the night.
Well, there were at least 3 attempts to stop him there, to tackle him, but he just powered his way through, and you know, he's very deceptive, is Hadley. He's a lot faster than people think he is, and when he's on one of those runs, it's very hard to stop him. But he certainly brushed off at least 3 tackles there for that run.
A straightforward conversion attempt, no mistake about that. So that puts, in the very last minute of the game, the flourish that we wanted to see at the end. Makes Salford score 40, Trafford Borough 12. 7 tries and 6 goals. 2 to Hadley, 2 to Fell. Worrell, Bentley and Dean, the other scorers. So Jim, look forward now to Sunday. Presentation of the trophy.
Yes, a lot of Salford fans will be celebrating on Sunday for their last match of the league. And then, of course, they've got the Premier Trophy playoff to look forward to. And a final at Old Trafford if they get through. That would be... Oh, that was a nice pass from Hansen.
Is this the kick? Long kick, driving Trafford back. It's going a long way back, but that touchline well covered by the wingman. Chase was good. Well, that was good play. The one man determined to get through and Conroy determined not to let him. Burgess determined not to get him. No, it was, yes it was Burgess determined not to let him get away. That ball was dropped. So this was probably the last scrum of the game. Trafford 12, Salford 40. Salford's ball going on the blind side. He's going to Kerry going. He's got nobody with him. And the tackling was very sound from the Trafford defence. Ken Jones bringing him down. Short pass on to Hansen. And then it still gets the ball out. So now is it going along the line? And to David Fell. Right on the end of the game. Another great victory for Salford.
Yes, 40 points to 12, and I think really they've used this match for a bit of experimentation in patterns of play, and also in bringing back some players who've been injured, and in those circumstances they've been a very good game, very good spirit, and Trafford certainly ventured well into the spirit of this game and made it a nice game. That's it from here, 40 points to 12.
And with Salford, all the players.